Hey everyone, it's Ten Types, and today I'm going to be playing Control in the current meta. It's kind of weird because Control's kind of sketchy. Control is, I'm assuming most of you know this, but if you don't, it's the idea that you just kind of like stop your opponents from doing stuff like taking prizes and attacking and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I tried to do with this deck, and it's very complicated. I actually made the list on Limitless, and like you can export lists, and then well, it was too big. It didn't fit on the screen. So, yeah, this deck's interesting. There's a lot going on here. I'll try to do it sum it up pretty quickly. The only new card here is going to be Klawf EX. Klawf EX is an interesting Pokemon. It's 2 prizer, 220 HP, and it's a pretty solid Pokemon. If it's hit into then and damaged, then your opponent discards an energy attached to them, which can be pretty annoying for them because obviously it's just energy disruption. This list doesn't have a ton of energy disruption. It does not have hammers. It has it does play a copy of Flannery though. So and as well as the Yveltal, which discards energy. I don't know. I think it's Klawf's an interesting Pokemon, and you can kind of do some interesting stuff with it as well. And you can heal it as well with Penny, which allows you to return a basic Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your hand, which can be very important for making sure your board state is correct. And then you also have Mimikyu V. If the deck has a main idea, I'd say it is Mimikyu V. With its attack here, Jealous Eyes, it does essentially 30 for each prize your opponent's taken. This is not a ton of damage, but it can KO some stuff and 2-shot stuff and 3-shot stuff, and you'll kind of deal with it. But what's more impressive here is going to be the ability. Pretty much says just when you play it, you're immune to damage, and that's very good because you're essentially invincible the turn you play it. So that's very good. Keep in mind, effects of attacks still can KO you, and there's not really. This list does not run away of preventing that. So Giratina V-Star can be awkward. I've done my best to make it less awkward, but that could still be kind of scary. And then you also have another number of other walls, but with Mimikyu V you can loop it with Penny, which is part of the idea. And then you have some other walls. Flying Pikachu VMAX is very good against Chien-Pao. It's immune to basics. It's pretty good against Lost Zone as well. And then you have Alolan Vulpix V Star, immune to Pokemon with abilities. This is very strong. This walls off so many Pokemon in the game. It's pretty good against Gardevoir. I might end up cutting it, but I think it's a pretty good Pokemon. And then we also have Rotom V, which draws 3 cards in its turn, and Kirlia, which you discard 1 to draw 2. Then we play this Ralts, which does 10, and then during the next turn they can attack. It's not something we'll use too often, but it is an option. You'd generally rather end your turn with Rotom, though, so you won't use Ralts too much. And then we also have, really importantly, Mawile, that says if it pretty much stops your opponent from retreating with its attack. This can just win games. You just trap them forever. And then you also have some ways to get Pokemon onto the board if they didn't play them. So something like Radiant Greninja in Gardevoir decks, you can gust that up and trap it. And they usually don't have Switch. But if they don't play it, you want to get into play anyway. So you have Manaphy here, which says they reveal their hand and put up to 2 bench Pokemon you find there onto the bench. And then you can also get Pokemon into play using Echoing Horn. Now we also want to be able to see their hand, so I do run Acerol's Premonition, which says they reveal their hand. You draw a card for each turn you find there, and not Cyllene, and Choi, which says each player reveals their hand, draw 3. Choi will probably be cut from the list, but I haven't decided what to cut it with. Actually, no, I'm going to cut it for an Iono. Iono is a very good card, which is a nice comeback mechanic style card. And then this list also runs Acerol's Premonition is good because it has synergy with Mimikyu VMAX, which has an attack here that does 13 damage counters any way you want if you played Acerol's Premonition. And then you also have Max Shadow, 120 discard a random card from their hand. Kind of awkward to pull off because you only run 2 Psychics, but it's the thing you can do. We have Recovery, Pokemon Search stuff, kind of what you'd expect. Bravery Charm is important on Mimikyu if you're against a Lost Zone deck because Giratina V, or again any Giratina deck, I suppose, because Giratina V has an attack that hits through and will just KO Mimikyu, but with Bravery Charm it will not go down, and that's very important. And then also we have Pot Helmet, which is important on Mawile, again possibly against Lost Zone, against Mew, stuff like that. You trap a Mew or a Comfey or there might be some other things you can trap, but mostly those. And then they do like 30 to you, but Pot Helmet reduces damage by 30, so they don't do any damage. We have Peonia, Anti-Serum Heavy Ball to see prizes. And then we have Cyllene and Team Yell Shear, as well as a bunch of copies of Pal Pad for recovery. And then that's about and 4 Steel Stones. So in stadiums, because you want to Path of the Peak isn't good for you, so that'll turn off Rotom, Mimikyu and Klawf, so a few matchups. Path is really bad. So we have some Path Bumps, Stormy Mountains, and Town Store. Stormy Mountains searches for basic lightning Pokemon or dragons, but we don't play those, so it pretty much gets Rotom. It's all right. You can get Flying Pikachu if you need it, but you often don't. So instead, I play a different stadium, that being Town Store. It tells us to search for a tool. I mentioned Pot Helmet and Bravery Charm, but you also have Force Heal Stone to let us search any card once during the game. It's a very powerful setup card. And that's about it. And then like the energy count's kind of sketchy. I don't know. The deck's very tight in space. But let's hop into a game here and see how things go, because it's this deck's sketchy. A lot of people say control is bad during the meta, in this current meta, and this list has honestly felt okay. It's very much like a first draft list, but for a first draft list, it feels alright. It's not like first draft, it's like second or third, but like it's not highly edited. But it's felt okay. I'm not like a great deck builder either, but I think if I'm gonna try and build a deck, this is gonna be the one I'm gonna try to build because I like control. Obviously it's kind of toxic, but it's fun. It's an interesting challenge. It's also an interesting challenge to play against, but only if you're like trying. If you're not really trying, you're just gonna be sad. So anyways, speaking of trying, yeah, this hand's actually that we're not speaking of trying, but this hand's bad. They have canceling cologne. Actually, that doesn't really do anything. Mimikyu V. Well, yeah, we don't need to worry about that right now. Anyways, looks like they're running Palkia, maybe. Some like water-based deck, but probably Palkia. Anyways, we get a mulligan. Nice, a very good mulligan. We see Spiritomb. That's actually bad. Spiritomb's going to be quite bad for us because that's going to turn off Rotom. So, yeah, we're going to have to do something else. Probably just set up Kirlia. It's not the end of the world, but I'm not hyped about it either. I'm assuming this isn't Lost Box. I honestly forgot about Spiritomb. Spiritomb is going to be pretty bad for us. We're just going to kind of need to set up as best as we can. And not to worry about it too much. Yeah, and this is a Palkia-based deck. So Flying Pikachu is going to be quite good for us. And honestly, like they might just be able to go and get a very good start. Chien-Pao is one of the decks I was struggling most to figure out how to beat. In the end, I decided that Flying Pikachu is the answer. But I only run a 1/1. So like Flying Pikachu is a very obvious answer to Chien-Pao Palkia. It one-shots Palkia, and it walls Chien-Pao and Preventing Greninja. It can die to Excalibur, but you're probably fine. But again, like I don't know, it's not always you're not always able to set it up fast enough. So it looks like they're off to a pretty solid start as well. I don't know what build they're running. I think they're not running Chien-Pao, but they could just get a lot of energy on Chien-Pao. Or they're not. Sorry, they're not running Excalibur. They're running Chien-Pao. But we see them bench Bidoof, which is interesting because that's going to be a target for us to gust. I'm going to force Seal Stone. And then I don't know what to grab because Spiritomb, as I said, turns off it turns off Rotom, which is bad. Rotom's pretty important to us. So let's see, what do we have? We could just I don't know, it doesn't seem good. We could grab, maybe I shouldn't have played it just yet, but I think it's good. I'm just gonna grab Level Ball and then kind of hope. We're gonna bench Ralts. Let's see, Flying Pikachu might just die here though, so I'm just gonna get I'll get the Iono and just kind of hope the things go all right. Where's the Iono? Here it is. And it's paying off already being in the deck. I mean, it's just a traditional draw supporter, which we didn't play any of before. It's just getting sketchy, but now we do. So I'll do Iono and hope we hit something good. As I said, this deck's a work in progress. So we hit Alolan Vulpix V Star, which is actually going to be all right here. Student Heavy Ball, anything good there? Ooh, Pyukumuku and Mimikyu. Mimikyu is going to be interesting. And we prized a Kirlia, we prized a Penny. These prizes aren't that bad. I think Pyukumuku is okay, but I think Mimikyu could be very good because they don't really want to be attacking with Radiant Greninja very much. So I have a Alolan Vulpix V here as well. I could even attack with that. That's not too bad. So I think I'll bench just the Alolan Vulpix V for now and just attack with it. And then we're looking to possibly go in with Mimikyu as just like a wall. Oh, I didn't talk about Mimikyu either. Mimikyu walls, excuse me, Mimikyu walls Pokemon V's and Pokemon EXs, which are what they are playing, which is nice. Which the lowercase EXs, so Pal can't hit us, Pal can't hit us, but everything else on their deck probably, well, not everything, but a number of things can. If they play Stormy, that's scary, but they benched another Palkia. I honestly don't know why they did that. Um, it's kind of weird, but I think they're just gonna KO Alolan Vulpix, which is all right. It's not, as I said, it's not ideal, but they might not either. I don't know how much Palkia is hitting, honestly. I should know this, but I don't. So I think it's hitting. Wait, did they? Yeah, they did Radiant Ninja already. They didn't Chien-Pao yet, though. I feel like they should have done that. They're gonna put energy on Radiant Greninja. They need to also switch out, and we want to make sure we want to keep track of their switches because we go for Mawile trapping on Bidoof. They do run switch, and they might run a lot of switch, which is of course not good for us. Cause I think they do, and so yeah, they do have the KO there. But we do have drawing now with Kirlia. I could have pot helmeted Ralts. Maybe I should have done that. Um, Anyways, Echoing Horn is not going to be useful here. So I'll grab Kirlia. Then we're looking at probably just sending up Mimikyu. If we send up Mimikyu, they're just going to KO us with... Oh, no, I can Bravery Charm the Mimikyu, and then they can't KO our Mimikyu. So I'm going to do that play. We hit Town Store as well. So I'll do Town Store. I'll use Feral's Premonition. I'll Town Store first, I need to thin. And then I can grab the Pot Helmet, which will just go straight on the Kirlia, I think. But I'm going to use Feral's Premonition now, see how many cards we can draw. We do draw. Oh, that's a lot of cross switches. That's kind of scary. And a Lost Vacuum. Oh, it went away. That's fun. So that's not looking too good, but I do have Mimikyu. As I said, I Pot Helmet Kirlia, I think. Let's see, Mimikyu with Pot Helmet, they'll hit us for 60. Yeah, they're gonna KO us. Even if we, they're gonna two shots even if we do a Pot Helmet. So I'm gonna Pot Helmet Kirlia, Bravery Charm Mimikyu, and just attach to Mimikyu and retreat into it. Obviously our situation is pretty sketchy, but we're not out of the game at all. Like, I don't know. It's weird. I hope they don't run Echoing Horn. If they run Echoing Horn, they probably win. But hopefully they don't run that. Oh, and also if you have any suggestions for list, I'd take those as well because as you can see, it's kind of sketchy. If we had access to everything we wanted, the whole game, you know, we'd win. But you obviously don't have it. This stuff's spread very thin. I originally had, I think it was Luxray V in the list. I had Crabominal V as well, and those were solid cards, but I ended up cutting them. They didn't feel too good that often. Looks like they're not doing much though. They're thinking you have Radiant Greninja, Cross Switcher on, I'm assuming Kirlia, like Cross Switcher with Flying Pikachu. I don't know why they Cross Switcher. I feel like Cross Switching Kirlia is probably a better play, and I'm assuming they're gonna grab Bidoof, or sorry, Barrel. Because Flying Pikachu just is going to retreat, unless they're going to KO it here, but I don't think that's what's happening. So, wait, why is it only hitting 20 if I hit the guy? I don't know. Okay, they're lost zoning my, what? Okay, they're making some interesting plays now. So they're lost zoning my Flying Pikachu, which is not great, but we'll deal with it. And then, ooh, okay. So then they're getting another Palkia. We're gonna have to boss trap the barrel. I think that's like the play. And they do have switch. We've seen they have some switch, but they're gonna be able to grab the KO here. And then we need to figure out a way to obviously stop them from getting the last KOs. So we'll send up Mimikyu. If we get Raihan and energy to Raihan, that'd be super good, but we don't. Or just like get energy. If we had Gust, that'd be good as well. I'm gonna get rid of Flying Pikachu VMAX because we can't use it. So there we go. Get rid of that. We hit Peonia. Well, I'll use Peonia, I guess. Then 1, 2, 3. There we go. We missed energy, probably. I'll return Rotom, Nest Ball. I'll do Rotom in slot 1, Nest. Oh, we don't need. So I'll do 4 Steel Stone, Rotom, and Stormy Mountains. I don't think we need Stormy Mountains. Lost City. If we get lost zoned, if we get KO'd again, we lose. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, and then there we go. I'll pass it. I'll do that, and then let's see. We'll get lucky here. For Pyukumuku, we don't. So that's fine. I'm gonna. I think I just pass. I'm trying to think if there's anything out of my Nest Ball on it. Yeah, I can't imagine there's. So I'm just gonna pass it over. The good thing about this is that they can't really stream Radiant Greninja attacks very well, but it's not impossible either. Um, so let's see. They're gonna Melanie, which is okay. Um, and then they're gonna cancel. Well, I forgot they had canceling Cologne. You know what? This isn't a game we're winning. Let's run one more. As I said, enough counters to everything. I'm trying to think because I was considering getting a thicker Pikachu line. The one big question I had was the split between the Pikachu and the Alolan Vulpix because they're both good, but only in certain places. So there, if we could have set one up, I might have been able to win, but obviously they lost on them as well. Lost on them though didn't really matter because they took two prizes and they were just taking prizes too fast. So I need more consistency stuff. I need to figure that out. I have my energy line so sketchy. I honestly thought this deck was like trash before, and then I played some more games, and then it started working a bit better. So, um, right now I think it's over. I thought it was gonna be awful, and it's not awful. I promise you, it's not awful. But it's not amazing either. So I need to get there. We'll send up. I think I'll send up Rotom. Yeah, I'll start Rotom, and or should I start Ralts? I'll start Ralts. I can attack with the Ralts and like annoy them. I don't think it matters too much. It depends what they're running as well. They are running a Miraidon list. Okay, good thing we started Ralts there. Rotom, of course we want. I don't think I Town Store here, honestly. Is Ralts gonna die? I don't know. I think I'm fine just Rotom Ving and drawing 3 cards and seeing what we got. If they KO Ralts, it's kind of bad. I don't think they will, but it's possible. It's not the end of the world if they KO Ralts either. I need to see what list they're running, but these lists often struggle against Baby Mimikyu, so we want to keep that in mind. And I don't think they play too much hand disruption. They're running the Flaffy line, which can be awkward for us because Flaffy can hit through Baby Mimikyu, but we do a Pot Helmet to make it awkward for them. So we're gonna try to set up that. We see them get Raikou, Raichu, and Manaphy. Interesting that they played the Manaphy. I'm surprised they played that, especially before the Electric Generator. That's kind of weird, but yeah, I'll take it. They're gonna attach, and I assume they don't have it. They're gonna boss. Okay. And just pass. I don't know why they boss's orders there. That was a little strange. Maybe they were scared of me attacking, but I don't think that's what it was. So we could Iono. I think Iono is not the play here. I think I Town Store. Town Store is going to help them to. I'll Peonia first and see what we can get. Okay, interesting. So we hit the Alolan Vulpix. I don't think the Alolan Vulpix is it. They got Raichu. We hit Penny's obviously good. I don't think Flannery is gonna be good here. And let's see. So Lightning's or Flying Pikachu. Flying Pikachu is actually all right. The Flying Pikachu and Mimikyu are pretty solid in this matchup. So I'll get rid of I don't think Penny's like the most useful card in the world. And we obviously have like a bunch as well. The rest of these cards all seem pretty good though. So I'll just do that. I like our position now. I'm going to. I think I got a like Town Story. Not Town Story seems sketchy. So we get the Forest Seal Stone. Is Mimikyu there? Mimikyu is nice. Or we could go for Flying Pikachu. I think like Flying Pikachu might die before it gets set up. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Mimikyu right now. And we get to just grab out of the deck that Mimikyu straight up. Or we can grab something else like to get it to thin. I don't think we'll do that. I think I'll because we want to kind of get some more stuff. So I'll grab the Mimikyu right now. And then I'll buff that up with Pot Helmet and just pass, draw some cards. There we go. Pot Helmet on Mimikyu. Pot Helmet's pretty important for this matchup. Assuming they're not like playing anything crazy. It's still probably important if they are playing weird stuff. But yeah, Bravery Charm's also okay. They'll three-shot Mimikyu with Flaffy versus if you have Pot Helmet. That's what it's called, right? Um, Let me see. Yes, Pot Helmet. I just wanted to make sure. Like, if I was calling it the wrong thing the whole time, that'd be unfortunate. But yeah, they're gonna grab 4 Sealstone, so they're gonna get out of this. But I think we're in a better spot because of it. And then with Pot Helmet, it's gonna get 4-shot by Flaffy though. They could be running other stuff. They could be running the Zeraora, in which case it might be better to have Bravery Charm. But I don't think they're running Zeraora. It's not impossible though. Or they could be running Cyclizar. Um, they could be running. I don't know. I don't know if they run a pivot. They may just run a bunch of like beach courts. That's fine too. So we are gonna get Iono to have a pretty good hand. But it was a very big hand, so not shocking. We get Iono to 6. So this hand is also pretty solid. We certainly don't need that 4 Sealstone, but everything else here is pretty nice. Double Turbo doesn't hurt on Mimikyu, and we see send up a Raikou, which is an interesting play. I guess just for the card draw, but they're gonna Bravery Charm Raikou, which is interesting. I guess it's fine. Mareep is never gonna do any damage to Mimikyu as long as the tool's on there. And we see they're gonna grab their Flaffy, and we'll see if they actually power up Flaffy. They obviously need to power up Flaffy in order to get going and start attacking with it, right? So they are going to do that. If we can just take it out quickly, that's going to be good. And they're going to path the Pikas. Ooh, okay, that's not ideal, but hopefully we are able to get out of this situation. We did take Kirlia. It's not that big of a deal. And we do run, I think we have 2 more stands left in deck. Unless we like prize something. So I'll get rid of the 4 Sealstone. Oh, nice. We hit a stadium. Pyukumuku is good here. I don't know if Pyukumuku should stay in the deck. It like allows us to thin and allows us to do a few certain things, but I don't know if it's a good card in the deck, but it seems alright. And I can Stormy Mountains, grab out of the deck. Probably nothing. As I said, we could go for Flying Pikachu now, which is actually okay. I might start setting that up, but obviously things could go wrong if that happens as well. I could gust up Flaffy too. I think I might do that. Just annoy them some. Gusting Flaffy seems good. As I said, it's the one they want to attack with, but not just yet. So I'm going to Stormy Mountains, and I think I'll grab Flying Pikachu here. I talked about it being a solid attack in the matchup, and depending how things go, it could be nice to have in play. And I'm assuming they don't have Echoing Horn in the list, but if they do, then it's kind of scary. But Ultra Ball isn't going to be great just yet, so we'll just save that. And we're going to Instant Charge. I'm actually surprised they run Path. I know some people like Path in the deck, but I've always found it kind of sketchy. Anyways, we hit the Lightning, which is very good. And a Water, which is, again, pretty good. We don't run Pure Switch in this deck. We run Penny, which is not a switch. It is sometimes used like a switch type card, but it doesn't work with Kirlia, which is important. We're going to grab Arvin. Or play Arvin, not grab Arvin, this is interesting. I really wonder what they're going to grab. I'm assuming they're going to grab some kind of switch. Hopefully it's not an escape rope. It is not. Oh, they did not grab any type of switch. Okay, and then the Bravery, was it Charmer? Bravery, I think it's called Bravery Charm. They hit 1 off of Electric Generator, but Energy and Raikou isn't that useful. The only thing they can KO with that, they can KO Kirlia, and they can KO Flying Pikachu, which is all right. And energy hidden Raichu as well. Raichu can hit Alolan Vulpix, but I'm not playing that, so I don't exactly know why they put energy in Raichu. But it KOs stuff. It does big damage. So yeah, we see them send up Raikou. It looks like they're just gonna hit, which is fine. We'd really love to hit Penny though. So yeah, I hope we get that. And they path us again. Again, it's still annoying. But it's still acceptable as well. So they do come up a little bit short there. Hit double turbo, that's fine. We certainly don't need this other Rotom. As we keep being pathed, it doesn't seem like the most useful thing in the world. Acefuel's Premonition also seems bad, but we can boss just their Flappy again and just kind of chill. So I'm going to do that. Our Rotom might die, but I think we're okay with Rotom dying here. I'm actually going to send up... I could set up Flying Pikachu now. Which might be good. I think I'll wait just a little bit because it gives up obviously 3 prizes if it dies. So I'm gonna pass it over. And we're just taking things slow. A lot of games with controller, obviously, they're always slow if it's going well for you. But even the games you lose, they're still slow. Um, Usually they last. Your opponent's not like doing tons of like damage all the time and stuff like that. So they did put another energy on Raichu, and then they need an energy on Flaffy or 2 energies on Flaffy. And because they're not an Arceus build, they don't have double turbo, presumably. Kirlia can get rid of. I'm not really liking Acel's Premonition. I'll just get rid of Mimikyu. I don't think it's necessary. We did hit Penny, though. That's going to be nice. That's so nice, in fact, that I think I'm going to go set up. Let's see. We can get rid of Level Ball and Acel's Premonition, I guess. I'll get rid of. I'll get rid of Acel's Premonition. I'm going to get Flying Pikachu VMAX up now. And then just go in with that and just start KOing stuff, which is pretty nice. And then they don't KO the Rotom, which is a really big deal because, Rotom. Oh, I should have just gotten rid of the Rotom. And the Force Seal Stone. We definitely don't need that, but we'll save that for later to discard. And then we take the first prize. So some games you will try to take prizes. In fact, many you will. I say around like half to 2/3 of the games you're going to try to win by taking prizes. But let's see. Also, we play a lot of Pokemon, so Sue and Heavy Ball is pretty much always active, which is fun. But let's see what they're going for now. I'm trying to think what they have as options, and they don't really have too many options. Also know that Flaffy's off the board. They don't have great options they don't have any options to Mimikyu. As I said, as you saw in the last game, they can play Canceling Clone. That would be bad, but it doesn't stop Flying Pikachu. But Rope Boss would, but their situation is not great. This is why Path in this deck is kind of questionable. Send up Manaphy, which is interesting. Sure, it's like a sacrifice, but it helps in the prize race for me, which is not a good thing, as opposed to like keeping me on odd prizes. Anyways, we hit Town Store. Yeah, I think I'm happy with them getting Pathed though. Could drop double turbo on Kirlia. I think that's fine. We don't want Kirlia getting trapped. Let's do Heavy Ball. Let's see what we got. We got Yveltal. That's fine. I don't even think we need it though. So I'll just fail that, and then I'm going to go and attack, and obviously, again, take another prize. And so we prized a bunch of pennies, too, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, so we hit the Yveltal, that's fine. And then they send up Raikou, okay. And then they hit research. So now they are getting something going, but let's see if they have what they need. One thing they could play is the Magzone V-Star, which would be bad for me. Magzone is a pretty solid Pokemon, but I don't think they play it in this list. I don't know. It's always one that I found kind of strange, but in a situation like this, it's very good against Flying Pikachu, as it one-shots it. They're Ultra Balling, and let's see, do they have what they need? Getting rid of a Flying... Why are they getting rid of their Flying Pikachu? Flying Pikachu can also hit Flying Pikachu. What? Why did they get rid of Flying Pikachu? Flying Pikachu is super good. That's a way they could have won. Not like won this game, but it could have helped. I'm surprised by that. Attached to, I think, Rhydon. And yeah, well, let's see what they got. Okay, so they just pass. That's fine. We got Bravery Charm. I don't really think that needs to be put into play. I'll curly away. Manaphy. I don't think there's anything we want to drag into play this match either, because it's not super necessary. Penny, Echoing Horn. I don't think there's anything we can great to Echoing Horn either. We could Echoing Horn Manaphy into play. That's not awful. Or even Rhydon. It's probably better to do Rhydon. But I won't do those. I think it's fine just max ballooning. So, yeah. We're taking the prizes slowly, but still faster than them, which means we should be able to win. And okay, they send up Miraidon again, the big Miraidon, which isn't actually that much bigger than the Raikou, but it means they're gonna get like two-shotted. They'd be too shed anyways. We hit Iono. Yeah, that doesn't seem good. So I'll just max balloon. And we can mix things up with Mimikyu as well. Flying Pikachu is for your treat, so that can be fun. If they get their Flying Pikachu set up, which, as I said, I don't know why they got rid of that, but it's fine. Then they got their Raichu V, the big Raichu V. They're going in. No, they're going to Raikou. I don't. What? Their boss is ordering Kirlia. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna reestablish another Kirlia, I don't think. Obviously it's like a nice thing to have. I might try to reestablish another one, but I could get stuck. So, um, yeah, I think it's pretty safe just to take KOs here. And oh no, actually now that I hit the energy, I'll just grab another Ralts. And is the Kirlia? Yeah, it is in deck, so we can grab that. Do this, and yeah, we'll just kind of chill here. So, I've also wondered about, like, I don't know, as you can see, in most games, most of the cards aren't useful, but some of them are super important. Will allow you to win the game. So, I don't know, any deck help would be appreciated. But I don't know, as well as control. Like, I know there are a lot of people who like control a lot, and a lot of people who really hate control. But those of you who like control, love advice. Okay, they are going to Iono us. That's fine. This hand is honestly not that bad. I'll take it. They have set up Flaffy, which, as I said, Flaffy can hit anything, but it's not gonna win against anything. So actually, it would win against the Ralts, which doesn't do any damage. But they sent up a Raichu, which is interesting. They can fast charge to it, which is a thing. It's not a great thing, but it's a thing. And they can obviously Dynamic Spike. They're just gonna pass it over. So we hit Nest Ball. That doesn't seem good. Pyukumuku, hit energy. Okay, I'll issue all his premonitions, see what's in their hand. They do have Judge and Research. Okay. We hit Klawf, which is okay in this matchup as well, but it's not the most useful thing. I'm just going to max balloon, and then I'm assuming after that they're going to go into like their Raikou, and then they go into the Miraidon. So hopefully we set up our, we hit like boss soon, because if we don't, oh wait, no, we're out of boss. So hopefully Pal Pad soon, because this is gonna take some time. I'd also love another boss, but I don't know. Usually you're okay with two boss. Usually you need to boss just like once during the game. So they are going in with Flaffy. It looks like maybe, maybe not. Yeah, okay. They're gonna go in. No, wait, no. They're just gonna KO Ralts. Okay, that's fine. And it does allow them to clear an energy off of what I'm assuming is Raikou. If they get it off of something else, I'll be confused. Yeah, so they're going to get one off of Raichu. I hope I said the right one. But then they just lose. Okay, yeah, so they didn't really have anything. So we're just going to max balloon for game. So GG's my opponents. As you saw, the deck's okay. Right, it works sometimes. It doesn't always work, but I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, I love you subscribed. And other deck ideas would be cool as well. As always, I'm excited to see it next time. See ya.